Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to my Desync build. This is a snipe build for the Elsweyr patch. I went through and made a lot of changes to the way this was built, not necessarily through gear, but through the race, food, Mundus, and things of that nature to kind of keep this as balanced as possible. I think we actually ended up in a pretty good spot with it, even after the nerf was snipe. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So the first thing that we changed to the build was to make it a dark elf. This is going to allow us to change a few things and get some better survivability benefit and increase our damage in different ways. Now, first change would be because of getting the max magicka and stamina. So we're losing 125 of the stamina and picking up almost that 2,000 for the magicka. This allowed us to change our food so we can get some more max stats and damage based off of that. Now, I also wanted this because of the flame resistance, since we are a vampire, and get the immunity to proc of the burning status effect to help us not get pulled out of stealth if some of that gets procced on us. Of course, the weapon damage will stay the same from the orc. Because of the extra magic resource for being the dark elf, I'm not running the rosy disposition tonic this patch. The extra basically 2,000 magicka kind of makes up for that recovery amount with my playstyle. So that allows me to switch the food to the lava foot suit. So that way we can go ahead and pick up the additional basically it's 6,000 stamina because of the 20% boost that we're getting from CP with it now. And we're able to still have our stam recovery at the same level. So that effect, the way it works with boosting our overall tooltip on damage, is right at the equivalent of 600 damage. So that allows us to go ahead and also change our Mundus stone. For our Mundus stone, we're no longer running the warrior. We've switched it over to the lover to get that extra amount of penetration. The next biggest change we made to the build was switching out a couple skills. Last patch I was running Mark. This time around, because of the fact that we are doing less damage on our snipes, sometimes we do need that execute when we're in close and Dawnbreaker people to finish them off. So I do have Killer Blade equipped now. Still have Camouflaged Hunter. Lightweight Trap Beast. Silver Shards. Focused Aim. With Flawless Dawnbreaker. Back bar, still running the Reviving Barrier for the extra magic recovery and our big defense if we get caught in a really bad way. Rally for our buff and heal. channeled acceleration, shadowy disguise. Because now we don't have relentless focus anymore on this build, I went ahead and put on resolving vigor, so now we do have a little bit of a burst heal for ourselves. And concealed weapon for the movement speed. As far as our gear sets go, they're actually the exact same as last patch. We're running Spriggans with one piece of Krogs for the penetration and a one piece, it doesn't matter how you use it, to get weapon damage, with automatons. Everything is in divines, and all of our jewelry is infused for the maximum weapon damage on the glyphs. And I did have a few people asking me also about testing out Slime Crawl, Twiceborn Star, Hawkeye Marksman, and a few other sets. I did retest all that stuff. With running Slime Crawl and getting the Relentless, or the Berserker, I'm sorry, perk, you can hit the lower grade dummy that only has the 9,000 resistance persecutor. You can get bigger numbers running the Slime Crawl, but when you switch to the more robust dummies, the 3 million and trials dummies that have the 18,000 resistance, you actually get better numbers hitting it with the one piece resistance and the one piece weapon over top of running Slime Crawl. For me personally, that's why I chose to stay with it, because in PvP the majority of the targets we're going to be hitting are going to be in that 20,000 to 30,000 resistance range. So it just doesn't make sense to run something that's not going to be able to hit them as hard. For our champion points, nothing has changed. Still have 44 into Warlord, 9 into Sprinter, 37 into Arcanist, 56 into Mooncalf, 67 into Shade, 56 into Tumbling, the 1 extra point into Befoul, 72 into Master of Arms, 10 into Shattering Blows, 72 into Precise Strike, 60 into Piercing, 56 into Mighty, 56 into Ironclad, 8 into Spell Shield, 56 into Resistant, 43 into Hardy, 49 into Elemental Defender, 23 into Thick Skin, 35 into Expert Defender. Alright, as always, I want to thank everybody for watching the video, and if there are any questions or concerns, please leave a message below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for your guys' time.